girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to MCCS Season 2. This is me, your caster, and I'm currently alone for the moment, but we will be shortly joined by our co-casters. But if we look at bans from the side of Zero, they have decided to ban out the Zushin, and from the side of KOF Obsidian, they have decided to ban out that Amon. Currently, I believe that this is going to be a very good match, and this might be good, because they have decided to ban that Zushin out. But I'm a bit unsure about the Amon ban personally, because normally we don't see Amon getting banned all that often. But yeah, and from the side of Zero, they have decided to ban out that Lunox. That's a bit rare as well. We don't see a Lunox getting banned all the time. So Florin is getting banned from the side of KOF Obsidian, and this is the last ban of the first phase from the side of Zero. I believe that they have decided to ban 2 mid lanes, so their third ban might be a mid lane as well. But nope, they are gonna go with that Melissa ban, and KOF Obsidian, they are gonna have their last ban for the first phase. and it's looking. I cannot predict honestly what they're planning to ban. Maybe a Ling or a Hayabusa would be a very good ban, but that's just my opinion, and I honestly don't know what they're thinking right now. So Alim can retry. It's his ban, and I wouldn't feel very confident having someone with their name that they cannot retry as my in my team. So yeah, personal, just a personal opinion, but at the same time, KOF Obsidian, I think they are taking their sweet time and they're going to be banning out that Yuzong, and that's a very good decision on their part. They are banning out most like Amon and Yuzong both are some of the heroes that can hit the back lanes, and they have decided to ban those out. And now from the side of Zero, they have a lot of heroes that are open right now. One of them being Ling, and they also have heroes like Hayabusa, Hylos, and Teresla, Ruby. A lot, like basically all the meta heroes are open at the moment. So it will depend on their. Huh. Interesting. They had everything open, but they have decided to go with an Angela. That's very rare, and that's a bit weird if you ask me. On the other hand, from the side of KOF Obsidian, they have taken the Zas, and as we have seen in the previous matches, Zas can be very terrifying from the mid to the late game. So yeah, picking that Zas scout, that's a very good decision from KOF Obsidian. But they do have another pick, and Hayabusa as well as Ling, everything is open, but they have taken that Charizla, so maybe they have something in mind. Charizla playing the XP lane is very devastating because of his insane sustainability as well as his damage and his regeneration abilities. So overall, it's looking pretty good from the side of KOF Obsidian. They have damage coming out from the Zask, and they have the Turizla to tank out most of the damage.
！Light me up and watch the world Your team burn! Is picking.
And with that being said, I can see that from the side of KOF Obsidian, they are now hovering over for a jungler. But on the other hand, Zero, they have taken the X-Borg as well as that Kagura. So overall, if I do consider the picks, it's a bit shady, honestly, because none of them have taken like overly, like from the side of Zero, they have left out all the meta heroes, but from the side of KOF Obsidian, they have quite a bit of meta heroes in their disposal right now. But at the same time, I believe that from the side of Zero, the pick could have been a bit better. But yeah, it's just their opinion and their strategy. So maybe they know what they're doing best. So the second batting phase is going to be starting right about now, and KOF Obsidian, they have decided to ban that 2B out, and from the side of Zero, they are planning to they might be planning to ban out some of the gold laners or the roamers, because that is something that KOF Obsidians they have not picked yet. So maybe Hylos is one of the probable heroes that can get banned. Garukasha might also get banned, and if we do consider the marksman, Ixia is one of the marksmen that can get banned. So overall, from both the sides, it's looking fairly good, honestly. And as we were talking about that whole thing, my co-caster and the amazing and beautiful Prerna is here, everyone.
Thank you, Zin, for carrying the whole match to this point, and thank you for passing me the mic. And as we can see that we have seen a Tigreal ban from the side of Zero at the last. And if we talk about the banning phase over there, since there is no roamer, so I guess there might be another roamer ban or a marksman ban over there, or there might be no, there would be a marksman or a roamer ban. And from the side of KOF Obsidian, we could see that since Zero didn't pick any type of marksman or any type of roamer yet, sorry, they have a roamer. They do not have an EXP laner, so that could be a possibility that they would have banned any EXP laner, but they went for the marksman ban, and that was carry. And if we talk about the ban of carry over here, we all know how much of a damage dealing marksman she is, and she can actually melt down any type of hero. Like since they have a Terizla in their team, so they wouldn't want to have that type of situation where any type of hero melts down this Terizla. And from the side of Zero, we could see that they have banned Hyla since there is no roamer. So that was a pretty wise decision, I would say. But Gatotkacha got picked, so I guess Gatotkacha would be going for the roam. And if we talk about the roam Gatotkacha, he is not that much of sustainable in the very early game, but in the late game, he can provide damage and also becomes a bit sustainable hero. So what do you think about the picks until now?
Um, Honestly, I think KOF Obsidian, they have a very good lineup backing them up. They have the insane amount of damage coming out from the Zask, good amount of, kill kind of finishing potential from that Hayabusa. They can sustain the team fight for a very long period of time with that Teresa and that Garukacha in combination. But as I've said before, Parallel, that only Garukacha cannot be that sustainable. But if we pair up that Garukacha along with the Teresa, he is going to be very sustainable. Be, that might be very devastating for Zero at the time. They have a ton of control as well. If we consider that they have that Garukacha as well as that tier as well, so they can dish out a lot of control. But from the side of Zero, we are seeing that Alucard is getting picked as their jungler, but on the other hand, they have taken that Dyrot for the XP lane. So Teresa might have a bit of a hard time in the early to mid games because of the Dyrot, because Dyrot himself can sustain a lot, and Teresa can sustain, but Dyrot with his amazing, what do you call it? Penetration can dish out a ton of damage to that Teresa, and if Teresa wants to survive, he will have to get his Dominance Eyes and the Wing of Apocalypse as soon as possible. So overall, both the teams have fairly decent picks, but I'm a bit concerned about Zero because they do not have any meta heroes backing them up, so it might be a bit problematic for them.
Yeah, I think that as well. And if we have noticed, they are going for the Street Fighter strategy again, and there is no marksman. On the other hand, Lazily was being picked there. So in the late game, Lazily would be dashing out so much of damage, which would actually cause them a very big problem, because in all of the matches we have seen the absence of marksman actually proves to be very devastating for any team. And if we talk about Teresa versus Xborg, I guess Xborg might have an upper hand there, but let's see if Xborg goes to the EXP lane or is it the Tirot. So we are not sure yet, but if it is Xborg, they might have an upper hand in that situation, in that particular situation of that EXP lane. And if we talk about the marksman lane, I don't know which hero they are planning to send to that lane where that hero would be facing Lazily. But in the early game, that wouldn't be that much of a problem, I guess. But in the late game, that will be a bit of a problem. And as I was saying, that Xborg might go to that EXP lane, because if it is Terizla, so you can actually prove to be an upper hand hero, a more useful hero when it is Xborg against Terizla. So in the mid lane, we can see that there is a bit of aggressive poking, and I guess things would be going very pretty normal at the situation, because it's just the beginning. So let's see if any type of crazy fight breaks down on the top lane, because we can see Gatotkacha is there along with Lazily, and Diroth is alone there. So there might be a situation where Diroth might have to face a corner situation, because we can see Hayabusa is there as well, Zee.
Yep, and I'm not very sure about Zero picking three fighters instead of a marksman, because fighters are good for the early and mid games, but in the late games, nobody or no hero in particular can come to the marksman role as well as marksman. So uh, having the Dirot in the goal lane will be beneficial for them in the early to mid games, but in the late game, it might be a bit problematic for her because Dirot has a lot of damage dealing potential, but he is a melee based hero, and in this situation, a melee hero would not be that effective. Maybe a ranged hero would have been better, but if we consider the whole thing, I think both teams have a ton of potential regarding the entire game, but it will all come down to the fact about who can play better. And in the mid lane, we can see a fight breaking out almost, but Metsu is not going to be committing or over committing, if I should say, to that team fight. And the turtle has already spawned, so everyone will have to focus a bit near the turtle. So I don't think anybody wants to fight at the moment, and that's a very good screen coming out from that Xborg, and the Xborg was screening for some time, but it will not be like that for much longer. And now it's the whole team that is here, and Angela's already used her ultimate, but it's gonna get stolen by Metsu. That was phenomenally well played from the side of KOF Obsidian because they did not engage in the turtle. The full work was done by the Alucard, and Metsu just came right in, stole the turtle, and went right back into farming. That was a phenomenal play from their part, and from the side of Zero, I think it's gonna hurt their morale a bit because they did not get the turtle, even though they played phenomenally well in that part. So it's gonna be a bit problematic for them. But other than that, I think it's still okay. Like it's nothing crazy for the time being. But in the top lanes, we can see that Sora is getting pressured by both Demon Queen and Deidre. So it will be a bit problematic if he does decide to engage in a fight. But I think Sora is going with the all damage build, so that might be effective because normally when we're playing normally when we're playing Dirot in the XP lane, we prefer to go with the fighter emblem. But I believe that Sora is running with the assassin emblem, so he is gonna go of everything on damage. So that will be a bit devastating in the in the late games because we know how much damage the ultimate from this Dirot can dish out. So overall, are seeing some very good. Uh, we did some we did see some early game engages, but it's nothing crazy at the moment. But it'll all come down to the fact that both the teams will have to play their part, and it's going to be better for them. And now Shadow is already here, and Demon Queen along with Deidre did try, but Deidre might get taken out. Deidre is still surviving, using the ultimate to get out of the situation. And this time they are going to be losing their turret. And yeah, it's time for KOF Obsidian to back out from that team fight because they have already lost their tank from the team fight. Not like still, it's better for KOF Obsidian. The entire fact that their tank did not give out a kill, but he was still very low and had to go back. He was forced to go back to some extent. And Metsu is here. Everyone is just trying to mess around with him, and his buff is gonna be his first priority. He's not gonna go and try any crazy turtle skills like the last time. So that was all right from his part, and I think not risking the entire growth over one turtle. I think that was a very good decision on his part, Prerna.
I think that as well. But if we look at the goal difference at this point, we can see that Zero is leading in almost 1.8k gold, which might help them in the mid to late game because if they keep on snowballing like this, they will have the upper hand in all the fights, and we can see that Xborg might get outnumbered over there because he is alone there and he is being pressurized even though he is trying to retreat from the situation. But the first blood was secured, and we can see a fight has broken down where from the side of KOF Obsidian they had to lose 3 players. And if we look at that, Angela took the kill of Gatot Kacha. So in this particular fight they already lost 2 of their players from the side of Zero, and from the side of KOF Obsidian they have lost 3. And still we can see that Teresa is trying to chase down Kagura a bit, but Kagura was able to retreat from the situation, and Lazily had an amazing initiation, but her damage is not still up to the mark. So Dirot actually was able to sustain in that situation, and he was able to retreat as well. So if we talk about that particular fight, I must say Zero had an amazing team play coming out from that situation, Zane.
Yep, I do agree. And if you consider that they are doing their part. They are trying to deal damage as much as possible. But I think Alucard needs to play a bit better in the early games because Alucard is not that well in the mid to late game. So early game is where Alucard shines the most, and he should try to get a bit more engages down. But I don't think that's a possibility for the moment. And Metsu is already here. He's gonna try and initiate, and Loki is getting bursted out. He might get taken out. He has already lost his shield, and he will get taken out by Metsu. Metsu is trying to deal some damage to Shadow, but Shadow, along with Angela, will be able to get out of that situation. And the Dash Field has his ultimate spawn down. And this time, Shadow did try to go in, and Datara is down, and Speaks is going to secure Aru's kill, along with Demon King Queen, and Metsu is in a very bad situation as well. But in the meantime, another one of the players from the side of KOF Obsidian got taken out, and Sora is just going crazy in the entire game. And look at that, Sora's KDA is 200, Spix is 302. So basically, the early game is getting carried out. Like carried by Sora as well as Spix, so that is pretty good. And in the late games, they'll have to wait out and watch what they can do. And Sora is taking a lot of damage, but Angela will be there to secure him. But Angela, not reaching there in time, honestly. And Aru is gonna get taken out, and Tans will survive barely. Spix is in a very bad situation. He might get taken out any moment right now. And yep, Spix is gonna get taken out by Deidara, and that was not a good sign because Spix was rolling with a 402 KDA before his kill. So Deidara did manage to secure out a shutdown from securing Spix's kill. So that is not the best possible scenario that could have happened um, for Zero, but Obsidians, they will get the advantage, and the goal lead is not getting mitigated at all, and still Zero is leading with a 3,000 gold advantage. So overall, if we consider the entire fact that it's just the early game, but still, if we consider that 8 minutes have passed into the game, I'm tending to believe that Zero's snowball is going relatively well, Prana, because that's not a bad snowball. Like, it's not the best snowball you could have had, but it's not bad either. So overall, it's looking good for Zero, but we cannot say anything for sure because one thing we have to consider that KOF Obsidian, they do have that Leslie in their team, and in the late game, Leslie can dish out one shots to Kagura, Shadow, as well as Sora if they don't build up enough defenses. So that might be a bit problematic. But one thing for sure, Sora is not letting anyone live. He is going in as deep as he can, and he's securing kills left, right, and center. And he will be able to survive from that situation after securing Demon Queen's kill. And Shadow just made a very bad mistake, and he might get taken out. But from the side of KOF Obsidian, they're not putting out that much effort to engage. And yeah, Deidara might get taken out, but he's still trying to survive. Ultimate getting used, and Deidara is gonna get taken out by Loki. I believe that Deidara should have used his ultimate to go far away from that fight, and I think he could have survived. But I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he just did not want to survive at that moment. But yeah, overall, if you consider the entire fact, Zero has a very good snowball going for them. They are leading by almost 4.5 thousand gold, and if it continues like this, it's going to be very tough for KOF Obsidian to come out from this one. And Demon Queen is just using her ultimate to scout out the locations and scare away Loki to some extent. In the bottom lane, we are seeing that Kagura is kind of alone, and Sora is rotating to that part of the lane. But in the top lane, the Lord is already marching, and in the bottom lane, it's Kagura and Sora who are planning to move up by one tower. And in the top lane, the mid lane, top lane tier 2 has already gotten destroyed. The mid lane tier 2 is under a bit of pressure, but it will stand still weirdly. But in the bottom lane, the tier 2 has been secured, and Loki is just there trying to deal as much damage as possible, but it's nothing much if you ask me, Paradox, because the amount of the damage that the Obsidian is sustaining right now, it's good enough for them, and they are inside their tower, so it's a bit problematic for Zero right now. I think they will have to wait for another Lord before they can take down any of the inhibitors.
Uh, I think that as well. And if we look at the turret situation from the side of Zero, they have already secured 6 of the turrets. That is, leaving the inhibitors, they have secured all other turrets. So it's gonna be a problem for KO of Obsidian because they would have to face a lot of minion pressure, and also they would be cornered in every now and then. And if we look at the situation, the Lord would be coming in more than a minute, so there is a lot of time left. And before that, there might be a team fight breaking out because the medium pressure is there, and I don't think Zero would want to waste that. And since we can see that the shields of the inhibitors have dropped as well, so with a medium pressure, they might go for it. And if we look at Alucard, D-Rod, Kagura, and Angela, they are moving in teams, whereas Xborg is still trying to sneak attack, I guess, and he is providing visions if anyone tries to sneak attack, I guess, and he is just gonna go clear the lanes. And if we look at the bottom lane, there is still a lot of minion pressure from the side of KO of Obsidian. So from the side of Zero, they should actually go and clear out all the lanes if they want to keep KO of Obsidians in a pressure, or if they wanna corner them out. But let's see what happens, because the Lord would be spawning in 30 seconds. So I guess there might be a rotation from the side of Obsidians, because we can already see that Gatutkacha and Terizla is there to provide vision for the team, where they have already found out Xborg there, and I guess they would be taking positions. And that we can see that Gatutkacha is trying his best to provide vision for the whole team. He is checking all the bushes. But if we look at the situation of Xborg, he was hiding from bush to bush. He was rotating from bush to bush, but Hayabusa is there, while there was an amazing turtle steal from him. So I guess someone from the side of Zero should distract him while the others actually go and secure the Lord, because if not, Hayabusa can once again do that stealing. And if we talk about Gatutkacha as well, he can use his ultimate too. So that would be problematic, but Angela secured that Lord. And with that being said, we can see that from the side of Zero, they are trying to push in the mid lane or in the top lane, because we can see them getting divided and pushing the lanes, where the Lord would be coming from the bottom lane, where there is T-Roth. And even if D-Roth is alone, he can dash out from any situation because of the mobility he has. So we have to just wait for it, and we have to wait for it to see which team actually initiates first, or is the Lord necessary for the push? Because we can already see a fight is breaking out in the top lane, where Shadow was in a very low HP, but Angela's ultimate actually healed him, kept him alive. But push in the mid lane is going on, and I guess from the side of KO of Obsidian, Gatutkacha would be taken down. And with that being said, Gatutkacha was taken down, and they have lost 2 inhibitors already, and they would lose their top lane's inhibitor as well. And from the side of Zero, they are trying to put pressure on the KO of Obsidians, and with the minion pressure, they are actually trying to corner them out. But if they do not get any kill at this point, they wouldn't be able to do that. And we can see that from the side of Obsidians, they are not backing up, and Kagura was taken down instead by Zas. Xborg is still trying his best to deal damage, and I guess Teresa would be taken down, and Teresa was taken down. So one player is down from their side as well, and one player is down from the side of Zero as well. But things are not looking good for any of the players. So I think Zero should retreat from here, because overcommitting might get them punished, and D-Roth had to lose his life as well. And if we look at that, the damage coming out from Lazily is immense. Just because there was a shield of Xborg, he could retreat from the situation, and just because he had immortality, he could go into that. So what do you think? Was that fight necessary near the base, or should they have retreated earlier?
Well, it was necessary, honestly, because they wanted to finish the game as soon as possible. But that was just overcommitting during the late phases of the team fight. So overcommitting will always get you punished. That's something that we can learn from that team fight. But at the same time, Zero still is in a very better position compared to KOF Obsidian. So maybe they are able to do their thing. But one thing's for sure, that they will have to give out, they'll have to give out a bit more effort if they want to cope up with that entire scenario. But if we do look at KOF Obsidian right now, they are trying to get back on their feet, but that is not a possibility for now. So overall, it's looking good for both the teams. I'm not gonna like say that it's like game over for KOF Obsidian, but if Zero gets this Lord, it might be game over for KOF Obsidian because we can see that they're trying their best to defend as much as possible, but it's just not a possibility because of the high amount of damage that Zero has, and Zero also has a good amount of mobility as well. So overall, the game might end with this final Lord, and I still think that KOF Obsidian, if they can get a wipeout down, they can turn this game around. But look at the turrets that Zero has. Zero has not lost a single turret yet, and that is a bit discouraging for KOF Obsidian. But still, it's a possibility that they can come back from this one. But that chances are still very low, Perla.
Yeah, I think that as well because they were not able to push any single turret. So that's gonna cost them a lot of fortune and a lot of time. Even if they get a wipeout or a lord, they would have to push in all the lanes. So that might be a problematic for them. And already we can see the lord has committed on the players of KOF Obsidian. And I guess someone will be taken down from here. And Jiros was the one to get down. And Lazily was able to get his kill. But Kagura was taken down as well. Shutdown secured by Kagura, and Angelo was taken down. And so the thing you were talking about that a wipeout can help them, they almost did that because if you look at the HP of Xborg and Alucard, that's actually nothing. Because we can say they are left with nothing, but there is still minion pressure. So from the side of KO of Obsidian, someone has to stay in the base continuously because the amount of damage coming out from the minions is immense as well at this point because those are the bigger minions. So super minions actually cause damage, a lot of damage, plus they also camp faster. So even if Obsidian were able to defend this situation and they were able to defend the players, but things are not looking good for them at this point because if we look at the situation from the side of Zero, Alucard was there and Xborg was there, so they retreated towards their base and they were able to regain their whole HP. So they were able to defend the whole team. If you ask me, because the amount of damage that comes out from Xborg at this point is immense, and that's unbearable if there is an Alucard. And we can already see that in the orange buff, they are trying to commit and on Gatakata and he did a lot of damage, but he was able to retreat from the situation. And even from the side of Zero, they did not overcommit this time because in the last two fights, we saw that how they actually were punished because of the overcommitting they did. Zero.
And yeah, that is something that I was talking about earlier in the game that Zero there have a lot of ranged damage, and look at that. That was just, I mean, I don't want to say the word, but that was not a good play coming out from that Alucard. Maybe he could have stayed back and maybe done something better, but he just wanted to go in and he got punished for it. So if KOF Obsidian, if they try to do something right now, it will be very beneficial for them because the Lord just spawned and this is going to be the enhanced Celestial Lord. So it will be a bit tough for anyone to defend this, honestly. And if Zero gets this Lord, it's going to be another chance for them to stop this, stop themselves from losing this match. And if KOF Obsidian, they can get the Lord, then I'm very tempted to believe that they can finish in one single push because they have the Leslie, and as well as that Hayabusa. Both of them have very good tower pushing potential, so that would be good. But Shadow has already come, so if Shadow can reach the Lord in time, and I think there's gonna be no attempt from KOF Obsidian at the moment. I think they have still understood the fact that Zero is taking the Lord, and Terizla has gotten a hint of it, but he is just waiting for the perfect time. And I believe that Eater is the one who's going to engage in the current fight, and Allenton Retri has already come out clutch, and the team fight has already begun, and this is Metsu getting taken out. Shadow will be securing the Lord, and I think this might be game over for KOF Obsidian right now, but Sora has gotten taken out, and Zask is dealing a ton of damage. So this is not going to be their end yet. And if you do look at that side, it's it's a 3v4 situation, Prerna, and it's not looking too good for either of the teams right now. Because if Zero gets wiped out, they will lose the match, and if KOF Obsidian, if they lose their Leslie, it's gonna be game over for them. And the Lord is at full HP, marching from the mid lane, so they're trying to build up some minion pressure from both the sides. I don't think that's a possibility at the moment. And Spix is just trying to target out that Zasks, but I think Zask will survive. And the Zask is he's pretty decent, and he's playing with a very calm mind. And look at that, the Zask was just waiting for his ulti, and now that the ulti is here, he can just throw in his enhanced spawn and be done with the team fight in general. Fair enough.
Yeah, so with that being said, they have defended three lords back to back and they are still holding on to their base. So that actually does not look good for both the teams. And with another push, there might be a game ending from the side of Zero. That is, they can lock the base. And if we look at Obsidians, they are still holding on and they are playing very calmly. As you say, they are playing very calmly. So that's what's needed in this crucial moment. And with that come mind, they can actually push any of the lane and they can directly go into the base. Because if we look at the previous fight, we saw that Kagura was standing there and she was not clearing the lanes, which actually caused them a problem. And we can see that Leslie has taken down Xborg over there, and also Kagura was taken down. Hayabusa is taken down by Angela over there, but two of the players from the side of Zero is taken down, which does not look good because both of the players were the main damage dealers. If we talk about Xborg's damage, that's the main thing they need in this total team fight. So they have lost that. And if we talk about magical damage that comes from Kagura, that's not there as well. And on the other hand, the mage of KOF Obsidian is dealing a lot of damage, and they have a Leslie, and this is late game. So in this situation, Leslie can melt down any type of hero. So things are not looking good for Zero as well, because I would say they have wasted three consecutive lords and they were not able to do much with those lords. So if they do not end this game with this lord, they might have to face problems, I think, Zane.
Well, I believe that's the downside of not having a marksman. Because if they had a marksman, it was an easy tower lock, and they could have just finished the game in general. But because they only have melee heroes, it's a bit hard for them to lock the turrets and everything. Because melee heroes, they have to go in deep and go into range first before they can engage anything. And once they're in the range, Leslie's just melting everyone down. So that is why I believe Zero is having a lot of problems finishing the game, because they do not have a marksman or a ranged hero. So currently we can see the Shadow has already initiated the Lord, but it's gonna take some time because it's the 24th minute of the game, and that Lord is relatively stronger than all the Lords that they have dealt with for now. And look at that damage coming out from the Leslie, and that was almost a one shot from the Leslie on Spix. But I think Spix can still survive, and the Leslie is just playing super safe right now, not coming into the range of anyone. Like when I say anyone, I mean anyone. Like even Kagura cannot hit that Leslie, because the Leslie is just playing from so far ahead, and the Lord is already again being engaged by Zero, and Zero is trying to engage the Lord with five of their players with Xborg in the mid lane, but Alim Kanretri is here, and I don't think that he can do much because of his low damage dealing potential. But Metsu, on the other hand, can dish out a lot of damage. And the Lord is kind of losing its track, but Metsu might get taken out. Metsu has used the Ubi Shadow Kill, and Metsu will get taken out by Sora in the process. And Demon Queen is just trying to defend the turret, and the Alucard is doing his thing, and he will be securing the Lord. So I don't know if the game doesn't end with this push. I don't know when the game will end, honestly, Perna, because this is already turning into 30-minute match. So if KF Obsidian, if they can defend this Lord, I do not know how long this game will last, because this is a Lord of 24 minutes, and that is not something you can take lightly, honestly. So it's going to be a bit tough for KF Obsidian with that Lord marching down from the mid lane. But at the same time, if they can defend this, they will have a better chance at winning this game. Fair enough.
Yeah, I think that as well, because they have defended 3 of the lords already, and this is the 4th one. So let's see how they can hold on to the base. And we can see that the lord is committing on the players as well. Well, we can see that Ekborg is trying to deal damage. And if we look at the situation at this point, Ekborg is in a very low HP, and Lazy is taken down by Kagura over there. And I think this is the end for KOF Obsidian, because 2 of the players are down. And with that being said, the base has been locked. And with the kill of Zask over there, by Kagura, the base was then locked, and the victory goes to 0. Finally, they were able to take the match in their name. So congratulations to them. That was a hell of a long match. Very lengthy match.
True, true, true. And after that electrifying match, we'll have to go for a short break before we start the next match. So everyone stay tuned. We'll be right back in a bit.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Welcome back, guys, to MCCS Season 2. In the second match, we would be spectating the match between KOF Obsidian versus LNNL SLFO TTK. So that's a very long name. That's the abbreviation, and that's still a very long name. So best of luck to both the teams. And we are already in the drafting phase and in the casting deck. I'm here with you, Prerona, and with me is your favorite Z.
Hello, everyone, and I believe this match is gonna be a bit better because the last match, KOF Obsidian, they were playing like a bit not up to the mark in the early games, but from the mid to late games, they were playing phenomenally well. But they did lose. They did end up losing the last match. But I believe this can be a bit different for them. But in their opponent, we have SLFO, who are trying to win this match as well. But from the side of KOF Obsidian, they have decided to ban out that Hayabusa in their first ban. But from the side of SLFO, they have banned out that Garukasha. So overall, it's nothing unusual. Both the teams are banning out the obvious bans first, and after that, maybe they will be trying for something else. But this is gonna be their second ban from the side of Obsidian, and they have decided to ban out that Hylos. But on the other hand, LLSLFO, they are banning out the Terizla. So it's looking like a very XP-oriented ban coming out from SLFO. But from the side of KOF Obsidian, they are focusing the meta over any particular lane or their personal preference. So that's pretty good from their part. But yeah, it's gonna be Julian that's gonna get banned from the side of Obsidian in the last phase, and after that, from the side of SLFO, we might be seeing another ban, and this is going to be Zaz that's going to be banned from SLFO. So overall, it's looking phenomenally good for both sides, because we have seen that Zaz play from the KOF Obsidian side in the last match, and that was just phenomenal if you ask me. So banning out that Zaz, it's a fairly good decision from their part. And now KOF Obsidian, they are going to be banning out they are going to be in their picking phase, so they're hovering over a roamer, but they will end up picking the Zushin in their first pick, and I think that's a very, very good pick from their part. Perno, what's your opinion?
I think that as well, because you can choose any roamer according to the lineup, but if you do not get to use your favorite mage or any marksman, that's a problem, I would say. And also a jungler, if you don't get that upper hand at first, that might let you suffer in the throughout the game. And if we look at that, if we look from that point of view, I think Zushin pick was phenomenal. And from the other side, we can see they are hovering over Roger, and Roger might be going for jungle, and we can see that they have obviously picked Ruby since Terizla is banned there, and Ruby would be taken. So that's understandable. That was very predictable, I would say. And if we talk about the team fight coming from Ruby, or about the spell vamp of Ruby, that's amazing. So I would say till now their lineup is looking very well, because there is Roger as well, which can dish out a lot of damage from the early stage to the last last of the game. And if we look at from this if you look at the side of Obsidians, they have picked Edith and Melissa. So Edith would be going for the EXP lane, I believe, and Melissa would be going for the marksman. So let's see which type of hero they actually ban
Haraji is
or
my crap.
take
Diggy
in
is
this
my name.
situation, because we can already see they have banned Diggy. That's an obvious ban from their side, because there is an Atlas in their team, so they wouldn't want that anti CC thing. And from the side of Obsidian, I guess there would be a marksman ban. What do you think?
Banning out a probable goal laner would be the best possible decision in this scenario, but maybe they have something in their minds. But we'll have to wait and see what they're going to be banning out. But if we do consider the one thing about the whole thing, Parallel, is that from the side of SLFO, they have banned out some fairly good heroes, and this is going to be Louis that's going to get banned from the side of KOF Obsidian, and that's a bit questionable. I'm not gonna lie about that, but I believe they're shutting down the possibility of Atlas comboing with that Louis. So maybe that is their main reason behind why they have decided to ban that Louis. But it's still not the best possible decision in this scenario. But have they as far as I can speculate, it will be Edit that's going to roam from the side of KOF Obsidian. So they do have a fairly good roamer, and I believe that roamer can dish out some damage as well if needed. So yeah. On the other hand, SLFO are going to be banning out that Saber. So it's good overall if I
It's
consider that
my
it's
way
fairly
or
good.
the
And
highway.
on the side of Obsidian, they are banning out that Ixia. So having the
We'll
Ixia
find a
banned,
way,
it's gonna limit
even when
the
others
amount of
forlorn.
marksmen that SLFO can pick right now. But they have picked that Vexana, and I'm looking at the picks from the side of SLFO and Perona. I have to say for sure that they are looking very, very dangerous if you consider the fact that Diggy is not open at the moment. Because look at that amount of crowd control from their side. Vexana can dish out two crowd control skills. On the other hand, Ruby has two crowd control skills, and Atlas with the chain link can take down the entire team with their crowd control. So KOF Obsidian is trying to counter crowd control with crowd control. So the best decision that they can take is by having that Tigreal in their team, but maybe they might not go for it. But yep, they are gonna lock that Tigreal down. And from the side of Metsu, he's gonna play Amon this match. In the last match, he did play Hayabusa, and he was playing pretty good for the early games. But in the late games, he was just a bit lackluster. But with Amon, I believe that he can do some very good stuff right now. And from the side of SLFO, they have one final pick. I'm pretty confident. Like I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be picking out a gold laner, or maybe they can do a flex gold laner. Both of them would work, and they also have the possibility of picking out a jungler, and then they can just use Roger in the gold lane. But maybe they're going for something that's a bit ranged, and they're hovering over the Clint. And I do not understand why, but Clint, I believe, is one of the best marksmen in the current meta, but nobody is using him all that much. But yeah, from the side of Super Pizza Cutie, he's gonna be taking the Roger. Sorry, not the Roger, the mask off. So yeah, Cutie Patootie is gonna be playing that Golding. So I'm pretty hopeful about the whole thing. But what is your opinion about having a mask off against a Melissa? I personally don't think it's the best decision. But what is
Mm-hmm.
your opinion on this?
I totally agree with you, because with a doll from Melissa, that might cause problem for Moscow in the team fight and also in the solo fight. So I think Clint was a better hero, because he could have just dashed out from the situation, and he also has a little bit of crowd control. So I don't know what they were thinking, but they might have some sort of plans, because their whole team is full of crowd control. So they do not need more of that, and I guess that's why they took Moscow, where he can actually rotate throughout the map with his ultimate. So that's the plan, I guess. And if we talk about Moscow in the late game, he is very devastating. We all know about that, and how fast he can actually go. So I guess that's the plan they are sticking to. And we are already in the land of dawn, and where we could see that Melissa and Tigreal is actually marching towards their lane, where we can see that Moscow, Roger, and Atlas are actually helping Moscow Atlas are actually helping Roger to secure his buff. So if you do that, if you actually go for this strategy, your jungler might have an upper hand, but on the other hand, the lanes might get a bit slowed down because of the gold. I would say because from the opponent, they can actually take some of gold from the turret. So I don't know what they are thinking, but we can see a rotation coming out from SLFO, and Vixana is there to cover up the map area. And if we talk about her passive, that is bursting out of the minions, that actually is helping her in fighting Zuxin, because Zuxin has to use her second skill continuously to dish out all the to dish out her damage and to kill all those minions. But whereas Vexana can actually move freely, and if we look at the EXP lane, Edith is having a bit of problem in facing Ruby, because even though she is very tanky, Ruby has a lot of spell vamp, and Roger was there as well. So things might not look good for her, but we can see Roger is actually merging towards the mid lane, where there is a possibility of fight breaking out, because we could see that they were trying to engage on each other. But with that being said, the turtle would be spawning in 5 seconds. So I don't think before that no anyone would be starting any fight, because no one would want to risk it, because the first turtle is very important, and we can already see that Tigreal actually committed on Atlas, and Atlas will be taken down by Amon over there. And with that being said, Roger was able to take the turtles, even though Atlas had to give away his skill. But Roger was able to take the turtle because of him, and that's, if we look at the situation again, it's in a very passive situation. And if we look at the bottom lane, that is the goal lane, we can see that Moskov is getting cornered by Zushin, Tigreal, and Melissa. So I would say he should play safer, because he was alone. And but if we look at the situation now, there is Vexana, there is Atlas, and Roger is coming as well. So I would say Melissa should retreat instead. And actually, if you ask me, since things are going pretty passive, I don't think anyone would be going in for any type of fight in without that total fight or any object securing fight. What do you think?
That's a very good case. Dieter will be able to survive, and Metsu has come in, and he's going in for a lot of damage being dealt. And Stealth Black will be securing a kill. Metsu will be securing Valentino Kins. Oh my god, this is a perfect situation for the Melissa, but he will be securing only a singular kill. I'm sorry to cut you off in that scenario, Prerna, but that was just a fight that I had to get a piece of. And Stealth Black will get taken out by Arua. That was a pure win coming out from the side of KOF Obsidian. They were doing a phenomenal team fight, and they have managed to secure the victory in that team fight with no kills given, I believe, or it was just one single kill. I cannot remember for sure, but Metsu did overstay, and he is getting punished for that. And that being said, Super Pizza Cutie is gonna be getting a shutdown, and it is not a good sign, honestly, because if you give Marksman gold from the early game, he is gonna come online very quick, and that was a perfect bait coming out from Demon Queen. And with that being said, Pizza Cutie is gonna get taken out. That's just beautiful if we consider the whole team fight and how the Moskov was set up, and that was just phenomenal to watch. And Metsu is here, and a lot of damage is being dealt at the moment, but always Toasting is going to get taken out. Valentino Khalid will be getting the turtle, but in the meantime, Metsu's kill is going to get secured by Stealth Black. And now this is SLFO trying to deal as much damage as possible, and Valentino Khalid will be getting another kill. Will he be able to survive? I don't know for sure, but he is trying for that one last kill, but he has to go back for the time being. That was a very good team fight from the SLFO side, and they just won that team fight with flying colors, if you ask me. That was a very good gameplay coming out from their part, and Valentino Khalid is trying to recover some of his lost HP. With that being said, the goal difference is in favor of SLFO. If they can maintain it, maybe they can start a snowball, but we cannot be too sure about it. And you know, both the teams have their perks and their disadvantages, and I think the best perk that SLFO has at the moment is their insane amount of crowd control, Prerna.
I think that as well, but the goal lead is now in an equalizer. And if you look at the bottom lane, from the side of SLFO, they are trying to set up a situation where they might gank on Melissa, I would say, because they are not gonna commit on Tigreal because that's not necessary. But an ultimate coming out from Vixana was seen there, which was unnecessary, I would say, once again, because that Lord was needed to be saved for a later purpose, because this Eternal Guard in this situation actually could do nothing. But if we look at the situation in the mid lane, Vixana might try to push that turret because Zushin is alone there, and there is Atlas, there is Roger, and yes, she would be taken down, and she was taken down by Vixana over there, and Tigreal will be taken down by Roger over there. And with that being said, they might go for the mid lane tier 3 turret, and with that being said, Vixana was able to secure the turret and a kill, and sorry, 2 kills from that particular fight, and the fight is still going on. And just because the turtle has spawned, they had to retreat from the situation and they had to commit to the turtle. And if we look at the situation at this point, SLFO was able to take 3 consecutive turtles. So the thing you were saying about the snowballing, that is actually working in their favor at this point, because we can see there is almost a goal lead of 1.9k in SLFO's side, and that is providing them with upper hands, where actually Moscow was able to melt down Melissa over there. Roger was taken down by Aman, and we can see a fight is still going on, but Betsu was taken down by Vixana over there, and I guess Atlas will be taken down as well. And that needs a bit of time. Let's see if he is able to retrieve from the situation. But the amount of damage coming from Zushin is just immense. And Vixana was able to retreat from the situation because of that Eternal Girl she had. But look at the HP of Zushin and Tigreal over there. They are in a very, very low HP, where we can see Ruby is already rotating towards them and understanding the situation. Vixana just retreated from the situation, and Tigreal is still trying to. So let's see if he can retreat from the situation, and if Ruby actually attacks on anyone else. But with that, we can see that from the side of SLFO, they have secured 3 of the turrets, and that gave them a lot of map control, which is actually providing them to move easily, and to actually get the kills easily, and to secure all the objects easily as well. So if we look at the overall situation, things are actually looking nice for SLFO instead of Obsidians. But Amon was taken down, and Lord would be spawning in 30 seconds. So this is not looking good for Obsidians at this point, Zine.
Yep, and KF Obsidian, like the last match, they are struggling a bit in the earlier phases, but it's just a little setback for them. But I think they can still do something about this. But Deidre is just trying. Deidre just used everything on that Atlas, and I think they will get punished for it. But yeah, I think they will be able to survive for the time being. But it's gonna be an ultimate coming after that. But he will be securing Atlas' kill, and Mitsu will be securing Atlas' kill, and get taken out. But he is surviving barely, but Team Victory is in a very good situation, but he will get taken out by that Moscow in the meantime. And this is a chance for SLFO to push the hell out of the towers, but I think they are going to be retreating back to the Lord, and if they can get the Lord down, the first Lord, it's going to be a bit better for them, and maybe they can even secure all the tier 2s in the meantime, because they only have, like, terrible sitting, they only have one tier 2 left, and if it gets taken out, this will be game over for them, maybe. But yeah, but at the same time, in just 9 minutes, SLFO have gotten a 6,000 goal lead. That is something you can be proud of, because that is a very good goal lead in the earlier phases of the match. Like, barely the mid game has started, and already with that amount of goal lead, it's going to be very hard for KF Obsidian to come back from this one. Even though they had a fair amount of good picks, but you know, in MLBB, you just cannot win against overwhelming crowd control. Not just in MLBB, I believe in every MOBA game, you cannot win out against crowd control, because that is one of the most important factors that is available in the game. So I believe they should have focused a bit on getting more crowd control, or you know, the last nail in the coffin was when Diggy got banned. So this time it's another initiate coming up from the Atlas, but a lot of damage is being dealt by that Melissa. Melissa is not getting targeted by anyone right now, and Metsu's going to be securing another kill. Deidre will get taken out in the process as well. Both the teams have lost their respective tanks, and it's going to be a bit tough for both of the teams. But at the same time, Tab is going to be there, and he will be dishing out some damage. But if we do look at Stealth Black right now, he's in a very good position, and Red Alan can retreat. He's also there, and look at that damage coming out from both Vixana and the I forgot his name. Markov, yeah. So yeah, that's a ton of damage coming out from both of them, and Roger is just there, flexing on his mobility as much as he can. And still, Black might get taken out, but he will be using his flicker to get out of the situation. And KOF Obsidian, in just 11 minutes, have lost all of their turrets, and they have not secured a single turret yet, Perla. So it's looking very grim for them at the moment.
Yeah, I think that as well because we could see that they started off very well, but as the match was marching towards the late game, that actually proved to be fatal for them. And as you said, as you mentioned already, that in 11 minutes they had to lose all of their turrets, including the inhibitors, and that just leaves them with the base only, where we can see that from the side of SLFO they are trying to push all the lanes with the minion pressure. So things are actually looking very cornered and very pressurized for Obsidians, and the Lord would be spawning in 30 more seconds. So before that we might see a fight breaking out. We might or might not, because we are still seeing that SLFO is trying to go aggressive, but not too much aggressive. But if you look at Moscow at this point, his KDA is 613, and if we, sorry, 513, and if you look at Melissa, it is just 215. So in this situation, Moscow has a very big upper hand, so which will actually help him to secure more kills if any type of team fight breaks out over there. And with that being said, the Lord has spawned, and Roger and Moscow is there to secure the Lord, whereas we can see Vexana, Ruby, and Atlas are trying to divert the players of Obsidian. And if we look at Atlas, actually, he is trying to provide vision for the team, as well as he's trying to distract the enemies. And Roger was able to secured that Lord within just 12 seconds, before even 12 seconds, and the Lord would be marching from the mid lane. And let's see if they are able to take advantage of this Lord, and if they are able to log the base with the help of this Lord. Because if you ask me, it's gonna be very easy for them, because look at the minion pressure in the top lane and also in the bottom lane. So while they would be focusing on defending the Lord, the minions would be there and the players would be there as well. Since there is a marksman, there's a very good marksman, but Messi was taken down, and Atlas was taken down, plus Tigreal was taken down as well, and the Lord had locked the base. So even though they tried their best, they were not able to defend that base. And so the winner team is SLFO. So congratulations to them. And if we look at the timing, it's just 12 minutes, Zine.
Yep, in 12 minutes they have done it, and they have showed us a very good gameplay on their part. And the amount of initiates coming out from that Atlas, as well as the damage from that Moskov, it was just phenomenal to watch. So that was a very good second match to the entire for the day, and we are done with this, and we will be going for a short break. After that, we'll be coming back with the third match of the night. So till then, stay tuned and be right back.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Guys, to the MCCS Season 2, and we are in the third matchup tonight, and we are already saying that SLFO has banned Gatot Kacha, and they would be facing Pandora's Box Cementi. And in the casting deck, I am here with you, Prerna, and with me is your favorite scene.
Hello everyone, this is Zine and along with Prerna. And if you guys are watching this, you guys need to wish Prerna a happy birthday because it's her birthday today and she's here still, trying her best to give out a performance here for you guys. So be
Thank
sure
you.
to wish her a happy birthday in the comment sections. But yeah, moving along with the game, SLFO was the winner for the last game and they showed us what pure domination is, and they have done so well. And from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi, they have banned out Hayabusa, but from the side of SLFO, they have banned out the Gatot Kacha, and they are moving for the second ban that they have, and it's gonna be Hylos that's gonna get banned from their side. And they are currently focusing on tankier heroes, like either for the XP lane or the roam lane, whichever one we want to consider, because both the heroes can be played in either of the lanes. But from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi, they are going to be banning out the second hero that they have right now. So maybe we can see another meta ban. Yep, it's gonna be another meta ban that's gonna happen right now, and it is gonna be none other than Zaz getting banned from the side of Cementi.
Yeah, if we talk about their bans till now, from the side of SLFO, they are going for the roamer-oriented ban. So I guess the next ban would be from for any jungler, or it might be Zushin. And if we look at the Pandora's Box, they are going for the meta-oriented ban, as you just mentioned. And if you ask me about it, in the previous match we saw how Zask was playing, and it does not need to be mentioned that how Hylos is helpful in the team fights and how Gatot Kacha is becoming nightmare day by day. And if we talk about Hayabusa, that's something you should be scared of all the time. But proving me wrong, they have banned Moscow. In the previous match, they were playing their opponent. Sorry, not them. I guess the other team was playing the Moscow, so I guess they do not want to face Moscow in any way. And in this tournament, we haven't seen that much of a Moscow gameplay yet. But since they had to face this once, they are not trying to face it anymore, I guess. And from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi, let's see what type of hero they ban, because if we look at their banning list, that's there is a variation. So we cannot be sure of if they are going for any roamer oriented ban or any jungler oriented ban. But if you ask me, I would say they should ban Zushin. but they have banned Roger over there, which is a good ban, I would say, again, because that can be played as a jungler and that can be played as a marksman as well. So you wouldn't want to face Roger in any lane because of the mobility he has and also because of how much damage he can deal. So let's see, from the side of SLF40TK, let's see which hero they pick first, because there are a lot of options left for them. So what do you think? Which hero they might pick on Zin?
The chances of them picking out a Zushin is very high. It's relatively high. I'm not gonna say it's the best possible decision, but they can go for the Chip. Oh, I love seeing Chip gameplay, and Chip is a bit rare in this part because we don't see him getting picked that often or getting banned either. But whenever someone picks Chip, it's a very good game. We can already estimate that. But from the side of Cementi, we are seeing a hover over the Terizla, and there's a high chance that Terizla might get picked. But there is also a chance of them picking out the sorry, not the Hayabusa. Maybe the Ling would be a very good choice, but yeah, none of them are that prioritizing the Ling that much. And yeah, for now, it's just the Terizla that's getting hovered over, and they are going to be picking the Zushin, so that's going to be very good from their part as well. So Atomic is still hovering over the Terizla, and the Terizla will get picked finally. But from the side of SLFO, they are gonna have 2 more bans. So there is a chance that they might go for some. There is a chance that they might go for not a jungler. I think a jungler would be very good in this moment right now, and maybe if they can pick a jungler, they can ban out junglers in the next session of the ban phase. But they are gonna go with the Vixana pick, and I think that's a priority pick from their part because even in the last match we saw them having a Vixana in their team, and that was working phenomenally well in their favor. So having a Vixana is gonna work out in their favor, I believe, if they can make it work. But they have 1 last pick remaining, and that's going to be from top. And there is a chance that he might go for an XP laner early on. And yeah, he is going to go for that Ruby. So having the Ruby and Chip in the same team, that's going to be phenomenally well. Because if Chip can engage in a team fight and use his ultimate, he can bring out other teammates as well. So if he can do that, it's going to be an easy rotation for most of the players. So if that can happen, I have very high hopes for him in the team fights. But at the same time, from the side of Pandora's Box, Cementi, they have 1 last pick remaining before the second banning phase. So I believe that because they have already secured their mid lane and their XP lane, maybe they should go for a jungler. And yeah, as I was talking about it, they have secured the Bane as their jungler, and we are seeing a lot of Bane gameplays in the tournament, and most of them have been phenomenally well. So I have high hopes for Hanu in this game, and I hope that he can show us a very good gameplay.
Yeah, I think that as well, because as fast as he can actually jungle, he can also push the lanes faster. So if you talk about the team fight, he is a very useful hero there as well. So a Bane pick is absolutely amazing. But in the second banning phase, from the side of Pandora's Box, they might ban out a marksman, because from the side of SLFO, they still haven't picked any marksman, and with that being said, they are banning Claude. And if we look at the situation, Pandora's Box still do not have a marksman as well. And if we talk about the roamer, they do not have any roamer too. And if you ask me, I think they should ban Atlas or Tigreal, because in the previous matches we have seen how Atlas and Tigreal were proving themselves to be a nightmare. So a roamer oriented ban or a marksman oriented ban at this point is very, very crucial. So let's see which type of hero they go for. And if we talk about without wasting any time, Mincidar was been banned from there, because as we know, Mincidar's skills can actually cancel out the skills of other players. So that was a pretty wise decision, I would say. Not the best, but pretty wise decision. A decent wise decision, I would say. And from the side of Pandora's Box, this would be their last ban. So they are taking a bit of time to do that, because with that they would be actually securing their lineup, and they would be securing the match for them. So I guess they might go for another marksman oriented ban. What do you think?
Still waters run
Without being said, they have went for Ling ban. Yeah, I did not actually focus on that they still do not have any jungler. So as you were saying, they might go for a jungler. They have went for Ling, and if we talk about the phenomenal gameplay that comes out from Ling, that's amazing, and that actually helps in securing the kills and also in the team fight. So Ling ban was completely necessary, I would say. And if there is a Ben, you wouldn't want a Ling in your opponent, because in the earlier stage, Ben could be bursted out by Ling. So that was a pretty wise decision. What do you think?
Yep, I do agree with you. That was a good decision from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi. And if we do consider the whole fact that they are going with a very good team combination for the time being, but from the side of SLFO, they they still need to pick a jungler and a gold laner, so that might be a bit problematic considering that Claude has been banned as well. But yeah, Rizzo is gonna be taking the Belleric from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi, and from the side of SLFO, they still have two. They have their last picks remaining, so they still need a jungler and a gold laner. So I believe Ixia would be a very good pick in this scenario. If they don't go for that Ixia, maybe they can go for the the Leslie or the Clint. But yeah, they are gonna be going with that Leslie. So they still have one last pick remaining, and they're still missing out a jungler. So I can see Lancelot getting used to this scenario, but it depends on what they prefer and what kind of gameplay they are trying to go for. They're going for a Yin. Huh. Interesting. Like, that is the only thing that I can say in this moment. That it is very interesting to see a Yin getting picked. But from the side of the Pandora's Box Cementi, they have their last pick and they are still missing a gold laner. So perhaps we can see a Clint getting picked. Maybe that would be a very good decision from their part. But if they are not going to go for a Clint, maybe an Ixia would be working well in their favor as well. So either of Ixia or a Clint would be good for the side of Pandora's Box Cementi. But at the same time, they can still go for something else, but I cannot remember the name, honestly, Pranav, because it's just at the top of my tongue. Because I was talking about Melissa. Melissa's not getting picked yet, so Melissa was an option as well. But they are gonna go for a Kaja. So yeah, I'm not very sure about the pick from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi. They're planning to use that Kaja for the gold lane. You know, using Kaja as an assassin with the divine judgment and the first and second skill combination. Maybe they can secure some kills. But I honestly do not know, Perna, because maybe they had some better options, but they are going to be going for that for the time being. So yeah, we can just hope for a good gameplay on their part, but we cannot still say anything for sure. What is your opinion? Who has the better draft in this match?
If you ask me, I'll be giving. I have no opinion at all, because I'm as confused as you are. Because the last pick, that is the Kaja's pick, was a bit confusing, because I was hoping them to pick a marksman, like as you were talking about Melissa. I was thinking of Beatrix, because in one match in this tournament, we have seen Leslie versus Beatrix, and that was phenomenal for Beatrix. And the way she was able to target many heroes at a time, that actually helped her a lot. But if you ask about the overall lineup, I would think that SLFOTTK has a bit of upper hand, because they have a marksman, they have a jungler, so they have a balanced team there. And if we look at the team of Pandora's Box Cementi, they lack a marksman. And in the previous match, that is in the first match, we have seen the lack of marksman, the absence of marksman can punish you to a very big point. So I don't think that's a pretty wise decision. And let's see what happens in here, because we never know what actually happens in Land of Dawn, and we are already seeing that Yin is there farming, and in the middle lane there is a rotation from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi. So let's see how they actually hold on to this. And Vixana is trying to clear out her lane, where Zushin is there, where Belleric is there. They are actually rotating towards the gold lane. I don't know for how long Kaja will be able to sustain Leslie, because in the late game, Leslie would be a dangerous hero against Kaja. So I don't know what plan they have, but they might be thinking of suppressing and also a damage dealing, but I don't know exactly. I don't know if you're asking me. I don't know about that. But Kaja was taken down by Yin over this as the first was secured by him, and there is a fight going on, and Valeric might be taken down, and Valeric was taken down. Ben is going to be taken down if he does not retreat from the situation, because we can already see that Zuxin is alone there, and Zuxin is trying to put on damage on Yin. And understanding that situation, Yin did not overcome it. He did not chase anymore because the turtle would be there, so he wouldn't be risking any kill for a turtle fight, because as we know of Ben over there, Ben is a very fast jungler, so if he actually leaves any gate open for him, he would be taking the turtle in no minute. And we can already see that Ben is trying to steal that turtle, but Yin was able to take that. But if we look at the situation right now, we can see that Teresa will be taken down by Ruby over there, and Lucian is still trying to help her teammates, but I don't know for how long she would be able to do that, because the HP of Valeric is very low, but Chip was taken down, and I guess Valerie could be retreating from this situation because of the Ben, and Ben actually proved to be a shield for the tank. So congratulations to no, that's a kudos for him. But if we talk about the particular team fight, SLFO won the turtle, won the kills, and along with that, they are leading in gold by 1 KZ.
SLFO are doing pretty well with their picks, I believe, and that Yin is doing work on everyone from the side of Pandora's Cementi, because he was the one to secure the kill for both Intruder and I believe that was Serity. That was the second kill that he got. But yeah, this time it's Belleric trying to engage on the Leslie, but he will get saved by Leslie will get saved by the Vixana, so that was a very good team play coming out from the side of SLFO. But Cementi, I still believe that I am still very confused about the Kaja pick. Maybe it was not the best of the decision, but this is gonna be Yin once again trying to take out Sereti. But will Sereti be able to survive? Barely, and Yin is trying to chase, but that was not the best of the decision. And yeah, that's Divine Judgment that's gonna be used by Kaja, and it will end up securing Yin's kill. And Rizzo has taken a lot of damage, but he'll be going back. Super Pizza Cutie is there, and Intruder is taking a lot of fire, but I think he'll be able to survive barely. And Leslie is trying to deal as much damage as possible to Kanu. That being said, this team fight was in favor of Pandora's Cementi, because they did not lose anyone, and in return they have taken the kill of the jungler. So overall, that was a very good play on their part. And this is Yin once again trying to get in, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility at the moment. And Yin is just trying to single out Sereti, and Sereti might get taken out this time finally. But with that being said, Sereti is playing phenomenally well. Yin, another disappointment for the Yin. Maybe he should stop trying to target every single time, and maybe he should try targeting someone else for a change, because that was the second time that entire situation happened. Yin trying to go for that Zushin and getting punished in the process. So maybe I believe that it would be better. Yeah, that would be better if Yin does not target the mage anymore. Maybe he should go for someone else, like, Bane would be a good option, and he can go for that Kaja as well, but he will not be able to melt down the Terizla. So, again, I believe that Yin was not the best possible pick that they could have taken for that moment, but Yin was doing good in the early games, but currently he is struggling a bit. Maybe he'll have to wait for 1 or 2 of his items, and then he can plan on doing something else. But other than that, it's not looking too good for him, because he is currently at level 7. But look at Tanu. Tanu is almost level 9, so that is a 2-level gap in the jungling segment. So this time it is Chip getting targeted out, and Chip might be able to survive that, but nope, that's no possibility, because Deadly Catch is going to be used from the side of Tanu, and this is a taunt being used by Belleric, and that is going to cost up Vixana's kill from the side of SLFO, and they have lost 2 of their players, and Leslie is in a very bad situation right now. Leslie will have to flicker out of the situation, taunt being used, but nobody's going to overcome it on Leslie, and again it is trying to do something, but he will get punished in the process. He took out Belleric of all people, and he is getting punished for it. he does not. Belleric just doesn't care. It's Yin running away from the Belleric, and Yin will be able to survive barely. And look at Pizza Cutie. The Pizza Cutie is trying to survive, but both of them will be surviving with very low HP. They just need one single touch, and they both will get taken away. Atomic is gonna be securing one of the kills, and this time it is Pop that is gonna have to come back out of the situation. And this is gonna be a very easy turtle for the side of Pandora's Box Cementi. But I think that was a bit disappointing for them as well, Perna, if I do consider it, because they had 2 kills that was already taken, but they just survived with sheer amount of luck. No other explanation can be given for it. An intruder is going to get taken out by Top in the process. And if you do consider the whole thing, Serenity might get taken out. Atomic is trying to save him, but Atomic was just selfish at that point. And Serenity will get taken out by the Leslie. And wow, that's going to be disappointing. And I hope their team doesn't break up over it, because that was just disappointing to watch at. And Tanu will be scoring the turtle as well as Yin's kill, and this is gonna be Toasting is gonna get taken out as well. He's dealing a ton of damage, and he needs to get away from that situation, but he will not be able to do that. And Pizza Kitty will be securing 2 kills in that process. Just look at the amount of damage that Pizza Kitty is able to dish out at the moment. And if it happens to continue this way, I'm gonna have to say that Pandora's Box will suffer a lot in the late game, Perno.
Yeah, I think that as well, and that's what I was talking about. That they do not have a marksman, and this marksman that he is super pizza cutie, he actually does not care about anything else when it actually comes to the team fight. He actually goes in very aggressively. And if we look at the previous team fight, Chip was able to use his shortcut, and by that, Ruby was able to engage in that situation, even though Chip was taken down, but his ultimate was there, and that's why Ruby was able to contribute in the team fight, and she could actually again retreat to her lane. So that's what we always love about Chip, that the amount of damage and also the amount of hope he can actually open up for his teammates is immense. And because of that amazing Eternal Guard's use, they were able to retreat from the situation with a very low HP. And again, we can see that Leslie is trying to commit. And they tried to commit there, and Ruby was able to take the kill of Kaja over there, and the shutdown secured by Tanu, but Tanu has been taken out by Chip over there, and the fight is still going on, and Valerie might be taken out by Yit over there, and Derisla was taken out by Vixana, and they might go in for Zuxin over there, even though that would not be a wise decision, and Ruby was taken down instead. As I was saying, that was not a wise decision because she had already faced that damage coming from the Zushin and also the turrets. And with that being said, Ruby was taken down by Zushin, and every single time Zushin is able to retreat with a very, very low HP. So her second skill is something you should be scared of, and in the next match, do remember to actually ban this main, because we have seen how she can actually escape Yin, or she can actually escape any type of team fight, and how she can actually remove the players of the opponent. So that's something you don't want, because you would be commenting on something and she would be pushing you away. And on the other side, we can see there is a fight going on in the side of Lord, and Chip would be taken down by Ben over there, but Valeric was taken down with a very, very low HP. We can see that Yin is trying to retreat from the situation, but Teresa was there. Teresa was able to take his kill, and even though an nice ultimate was coming out from Leslie, there was Teresa to save Sushin over there. And with that being said, there was no competition in the Lord at the end, and Ben was able to secure that Lord. But we can see the rotation might be coming in from the mid lane, but Vixana is there, Leslie is there to defend the turret. So let's see how things end in the top lane, that is in the EXP lane scene.
Yep, that was a very good play coming out from Pandora's Box Cementi, if you ask me, because they were on their top game right there, and securing the Lord even after having such low HP, I think that was a very risky and great decision from their part. And look at that amount of damage coming out from the Zushin. Zushin is going to be using the ultimate, and this sees Yin once again trying to take out Sereti, and finally with enough damage he was able to do that after 2 failed attempts. So yeah, finally Yin has come online. So in the meantime, Stealth Black was taken out by Tanu. So that is not the best possible scenario for them because they already have a Lord coming in the bottom lane, and Rizzo is getting bursted out, but Rizzo will be able to survive. And this time, this is Tab once again. Tab will be taking Rizzo inside the tower, and he'll get punished for his overcommitment to the whole thing. And in the meantime, Toasting was also taken out. But I think Pandora's Box Cementi, they should focus a bit on the top lane as well, because the top lane is still standing with three of the turrets. And currently, one of the turrets will get taken out, but there is a chance that the second turret, tier 2, might get pushed as well. So in the meantime, Top and Stealth Black both are here trying to come and secure the turret. But with the help of Bane and his insane amount of power pushing capabilities, the tower will get easily secured by the side of Pandora's Box Cementi. So currently, SLFO, they only have one turret that they have taken, but from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi, they have already secured six turrets. So that is looking fairly good for them. So in the meantime, if we do consider the whole thing, it is going to be a very bad. That was a very bad engage from the side of Cementi. They might get punished for it, but Bane with an amazing amount of damage is going to be securing chip skill, and Intruder is in a very bad position, but before going out, he will be making sure the top gets taken out as well. But this time, I believe it's not the best possible decision for Ian, because he will get taken out inside his own domain, and that's going to be very much punishing for him. And considering the fact that they don't have a marksman right now, the chances of the game ending is very low, because Super Pizza Cutie is still alive, and he will be able to defend most of the thing that Pandora's Box Cementi throws at them. But yeah, the mid lane turret is gonna incur a bit of a damage, but that won't be that bad honestly. But in the in the mid lane segment, everyone from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi is trying to regroup because the Lord will be arriving in 6 seconds, and if they can secure this Lord, it will be very much beneficial for them. Maybe they will be able to secure one or two of the inhibitor turrets from the side of SLFO, but other than that, it is still not the best possible decision to engage in a risky fight. And Tanu was getting taken out, and he will get taken out by always toasting. And Tab just did a very good gameplay in that scenario, and always toasting might get taken out as well. But in the meantime, in the mid lane segment, sorry, not in the mid lane segment, this is gonna be Rizzo getting taken out by Valentino Khalid, but Valentino Khalid will get taken out before he can take out Adam. Adam will survive as well as Valentino Valentino Khalid, and both the players, Sereti and Atomic, are in a very bad situation, and both of them need to retreat as soon as possible. But yeah, if we do consider the whole thing, I think this is going to be a very easy Lord for the side of SLFO. But Tanu will be coming back in a bit, and there is a chance that Tanu can come right at the Lord and steal it in the process, because Atomic is here as well, but the Lord is losing HP very quickly, and I don't think there's going to be a chance for Pandora's Box Cementi to take this Lord down. So that was a very good gameplay coming out from SLFO. And if we do look at the top lane, it's going to get pushed by the minions, I believe. And if Atomic returns to the lane, maybe there is a chance that the lane can be saved. But other than that, I don't see a possibility of the top lane getting saved at the moment. But in the jungle segment, we can see that both the teams are trying to do their thing, and they are trying to. I think this will be an easy defense from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi, but on the other hand, everyone from the side of the SLFO is trying to diversify out, and they are going to be pushing all the lanes together at once. And while Pandora's Box Cementi is going to be dealing with the Lord, they will end up losing two of their tier 2 turrets from both the top and the bottom lane. So that is not the best possible defense that they could have done, but I think that was fairly effective because they did not lose the mid lane tier 2 yet, and they have not taken any damage in any of their inhibitors yet. So that was a good defense coming out from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi, Parallel.
I think that as well. And if we look at the overall situation at this point, SLFO has secured 5 of the turrets, and from the side of Pandora, they have secured 6. So that doesn't give any of a big of upper hand to Pandora's box, because SLFO can win that. SLFO can take down that tier 2 turret in any time, because there is cheap, and he might be able to clear out the lanes easily. And we can already see that Ruby is still trying to do something over there, because she is trying to set up something. And if we look at the top lane, Vixana might get taken out, and Vixana was taken down by Valeric over there because she was outnumbered there. I don't know what she was thinking, but she had to face that 1 versus 5 situation where you cannot survive no matter who you are. And if you look at the situation at this point, Pandora's Box is trying to go march forward, and if we actually see the current overall situation, things are looking quite equalized for both the teams because there is no over aggression from any of the sides, just a bit of mistakes from both the sides, but not that much of a commitment or no type of big openings for the opponents, because since the Lord would be appearing in 30 seconds, they wouldn't want to fight. They wouldn't want to start any type of fight. I think that. And if we look at the bottom lanes river, so there is Yin, there is Chip, who were trying to distract the enemies, and we can see how Balaric is actually trying to commit on Chip while he dealt a lot of damage and he had to retreat. And Leslie is there to lock onto Teresa, but Teresa being so tanky, he was able to sustain in the situation. But I think Balaric might be taken down from the situation because he had dealt a lot of damage, but he was able to retreat from the situation again. And the Lord has spawned, so let's see who is able to take that Lord. And with that being said, Ruby was able to take down Balaric, and Chifa was taken down by Ben over there. The fight is still going on. Ben was being taken out, Kacha has been taken out, and Yin has taken Teresa into his domain where he did the mistake and he was taken down, but Teresa has been punished as well. The Lord is alone there, so we can see Vixana is marching towards the Lord, where we can see Leslie was trying to chase down Zushin over there, which is completely not necessary at this point, because if they focus on the Lord instead, that would be better for them. And as I was saying, tier 2 might get secured by the side of SLFO in any time. Vixana did that, and we can already see the 3 players are trying to secure the Lord, where
Girls with the nails done. I like the girls with the nails done. Girls with the nails done.
Hello, everyone, and we are back right now. We won't be back too long because level just finished the match, and but that was pretty much predicted, Prerna, I believe, because they were doing a lot of good work from the early games, and till late games they had the advantage, and with that final Lord in their in at their hands, they did manage to get the dub. And with that being said, we will be going for an actual short break right now, and with after that we will be back with the next match of the night. So till then, stay tuned and be right back.
I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Back, guys, to the fourth match of tonight, and we are in the MCCS Season 2, where we would be seeing the Pandora's Box Cemented facing the Gulf in this time, and we are already in the drafting phase. In the previous match, we saw an amazing gameplay coming out from Vixana as well, along with Chip in the last match. So I am hoping that there might be a ban of Chip or Vixana in this situation. And we also saw a phenomenal gameplay coming out from Zushin as well. So Zushin might get banned in this phase, and they are taking a bit of time. Tunnel is taking a lot of time in this at this point, because there are a lot of options where you need to focus on, and he actually focused on Hayabusa. That's actually understandable, because Tunnel is himself a jungler, so he wouldn't be one of facing Hayabusa. And if we talk about the ban that's from Gulf, they did not take a minute. They had it ready. They actually banned that. That's a very meta-oriented ban, I would say, because if we talk about both the bans, they both are very meta-oriented, and the amount of damage that these two heroes can deal is absolutely amazing. And if we look at Intruder at this point, he is also taking his time to ban the heroes, because as I say, there are many options, and in the previous match they had to have a very hard time. So I guess they are taking their time to understand which hero they wouldn't want to face at this point, because if we talk about the personal things, in the last match we saw how actually he was facing problems to face the other players, but this time I guess he got he got.
My mission is to protect lives.
Your team is banning.
If we look at Gulf, I guess they banned Hylos over there. Yeah, I was a bit disconnected as well. Sorry. So we can see Hylos is getting banned. So if we talk about the bans from the side of Gulf, they are actually planning on something because both the heroes they have banned are actually very in meta, and that's a very meta roamer. And we know the ultimate of Hylos could be problematic for any hero to survive or to sustain. And from the side of Pandora's Box and Menti, they have banned Ruby. I guess they would be going for Terizla, so they have banned Ruby. And if we look at the ban from Gulf, they have banned Roger, which is very understandable because in this current meta, Roger can be played as a marksman or as a jungler, but mostly we see him in the marksman lane, which actually gives him an upper hand because of the mobility he has and also for the early game potential he has. So he can deal a lot of damage from the early game to the late game, and also because of the morph, many of the marksman or the squishy heroes have to face a lot of problems because of him, and no one would want to actually face that. As Chang'e says that Run Roger is coming, that actually proves to be right for any squishy hero. So Pandora's Box will be picking their first hero, and we can see that Terizla is being picked, as I was saying, because they have banned Ruby, so they would be going for Terizla. And if we look at the strategy they have, I guess they will be going in for their comfort heroes this time, because while we have seen Pandora's Box playing in the previous matches, while they have picked their comfort heroes, they were able to showcase us a very extraordinary gameplay. And on the other hand, we can see from the side of Gulf, they are not trying to risk any marksman, and so they are going in for Lazily. And along with that, there is Yin. So this is the second time Yin is getting picked in this day. So if we talk about the pick of Yin, I don't know yet if that's a pretty good decision or not, because there might be tanky heroes in the opponent, so that might cause Yin a fortune, because we know that the tanky heroes could be problematic for him in his domain. So I'm not sure about that, but I guess they have a strategy. So let's hope for the best. And from the side of Pandora's Box and Menti, we can see that they have picked Aurora. And if we talk about Aurora and Cyclops over there, I guess Cyclops will be going for jungling, or maybe as a roamer. I don't know yet. But two mages in a lineup and in a tournament lobby, I don't think that's very of a wise decision. But if we talk about the Cyclops thing, he has a lot of mobility, and also the amount of burst damage that comes out from his ultimate is immense. So when it is in the late game, he might be good hero for the team fight. But if we talk about Aurora, from very beginning to the very last, she proves to be a nightmare for most of the heroes because of the passive she has, and also the amount of damage that comes out from her first skill and second skill. And also she can actually provide a bit of CC with that. So if we talk about that pick, that's absolutely phenomenal. And if we talk about the pick of Vexana, that's completely amazing, because as Vexana is my main hero, so whenever I see any Vexana gameplay, I actually get naturally excited. And along with that Eternal Guard, she can actually summon a different player, so that gives them an upper hand, because that's literally the sixth player in your team, and also that can deal damage, and also that can guard you. So I would say that's a pretty wise decision. And if we look at their ban, they have banned Ixia, which is very understandable, because the marksman they have can actually lock onto one target at a time, and whereas Ixia can use her ultimate on different heroes, and that could prove actually problematic for them. And the next ban will be coming from the side of Pandora Box Cemented. Since there is no roamer yet from the side of Gulf, they might go for a roamer-oriented ban. And with that being said, we can see a chip getting banned from this situation, because in the previous match we have seen how they had to struggle with this chip, and with the shortcut, chip can actually summon all the players with that shortcut, and also he can deal a lot of damage as well. And with his second skill, he can actually be problematic in any type of team fights. And also The last ban would be from the side of Gulf. That is their last ban. It would be their last ban. Since there is no marksman, I guess they would go for a marksman ban,
Pain
or there
is the
might be
proof
a
that I'm
roamer ban.
still
And as I
alive.
say, they would be going on for a marksman ban because they wouldn't want to face any type of hero that might cover distance against Lazily. So they have banned Brody, and with that torn apart memory, Brody can be a supernatural hero. So that's a pretty wise decision, I might say. And from the side of Pandora's box of Menti, and from this match, this would be the last ban. So let's see which hero they pick on. And I guess they would be going for a roamer oriented ban again, or it could be an EXP laner, because we haven't seen any type of EXP laner or any type of roamer from their
Light
side.
me
And
up
with
and
that being
watch
said,
the
they are going for
world burn!
Xborg, because we know Xborg is a very good counter for Terizla. So that was a pretty wise decision, I would say. And next pick goes to
I
the side
swear,
of
on my very
Gulf. They
life,
are going for
the
Martis,
Titans
and
will be
I guess Martis
eradicated.
would be going for the EXP lane or maybe the jungle. I don't know yet. But from the side of Pandora's box Cementi, they are hovering over
Awaken,
Moscow, and
dread
they have
world.
locked onto
The
Moscow.
tyrant
So
of
Tana, would they
wrath,
play
and
Moscow this time?
burn this wretched
Whoa,
world.
that's something unusual. We have seen Tanu playing the jungle in the previous matches, so we would be seeing a new type of gameplay in this current match. And if you look at the situation right now, we can see Cyclops would be going in for the jungle. So as I thought that Cyclops might go for roamer or might be the jungler, and he actually went for the jungler because his skills can actually give him an upper hand in jungling fast and then coming back to the team fight. And that's gonna be something we would want to watch. And if we look at the last pick of Pandora's box, they have picked Akai. So with a heavy spin, he can actually throw away. He can actually push away any hero, and he can actually deal a lot of damage as well. But let's see if Gulf actually locks onto Baloric, because if they actually lock onto Baloric, that would be pretty amazing according to me. Because Baloric is very tanky, and then comes his second skill where he can actually provide a bit of upper hand for the team. So let's see if they lock onto that. And with that being said, we can see that they have actually locked onto Baloric. So if we talk about the lineups at this point, from the side of Pandora, they are looking very, very phenomenal because they have damage dealing heroes, they have a good marksman, they have a very good roamer. And if I talk about the side of Gulf as well, they have a very pretty decent lineup as well. And with that being said, in the casting deck, I am with you.
Yep. So I think she got
Versus Lazy.
Yep. You got cut off for a minute there, but yeah, I'm here. I'm here back with you guys again for this match, and I believe it's gonna be a good match for us. Because if I did get a glimpse of the whole lineup, and I thought that both the teams have pretty solid lineups backing them up, and if they can utilize their lineups to the fullest, I believe that they can ensure a very good gameplay on both the ends. So yeah, with that being said, we are gonna go into the match in a bit. But if I do ask about the draft, Prerna, which team do you think has the superior draft in this scenario?
If you ask me, I think it would be Pandora's box because they have a very tanky line. They have a tanky lineup, and also they have damage dealers. And if we talk about Moscow in the late game, that's absolutely phenomenal. And if we talk about Leslie as well, that's absolutely phenomenal as well. And that's what I asked you actually. What do you think about the Leslie versus Moscow situation? Because we have seen Leslie being a very good hero for covering distance, and we can also see that Moscow can deal a lot of damage as well. So in that situation, I don't know whom to give the upper hand, and Vixana was being taken down by Aurora over there within just 1 minute of the game. The first blood was secured by Pandora's box Zementi. So they are going very, very aggressive, and we can see they are rotating towards the goal lane at this point. And since there is Moscow alone facing Lazily and Baloric, so a rotation was very, very necessary at this point. So what do you think of the Lazily versus Moscow situation?
Yeah, I believe that it's gonna go in favor of Moscow in the late game, but for now, Leslie's gonna be a absolute menace, and Dr. Jason's is gonna get taken out by Rizzo. So that was a very good gameplay coming out from Pandora's box Cementi. If you do look at the, I'm extremely sorry. So yeah, in the upper side of the map, we can see that the turtle is going to be coming out in about 5 seconds, and already Yin has taken positions for securing the turtle. But I don't think it's the best possible decision right now. I think he should be waiting for his team first. And Nyctophile is getting bursted out in top lane, and Mifo has taken the Cyclops into his domain, and look at that, the Cyclops is gonna get taken out within a mere second, and Mifo is under a lot of fire, and he might get taken out in the process as well, but he will be surviving. Nyctophile will be securing Rizzo's kill, and the Nyctophile is not gonna stop anytime soon, and Aesop is gonna get taken out during the skirmish. And that being said, that fight did go in favor of Gulf, and they are going to be securing the turtle. In the meantime, they still have their jungler alive, and along with Nyctophile, they can easily secure the turtle. And with that being said, they are going to be rotating back. Mifo needs to jungle as much as possible, because that's one of the things that he needs. Because in the meantime, like for now, he can take out low HP targets, but if he wants to take down major targets, he will need a bit more damage, and that can only happen if he has a lot of farm. So in the meantime, in the bottom lane, we can see Unti is trying to deal as much damage as possible, and Rizzo with an amazing setup, heavy spin being used, but Unti is gonna survive the whole thing. But this is gonna be Intruder bursting her out, and that is gonna be another kill in the for the side of Pandora's box. Cementi. Rizzo is getting bursted out, but Mifo will get taken out in the process. Intruder is dealing a ton of damage, and that is just beautiful to watch. And here is Nyctophile versus the Aesop. So both of them are trying their best to deal as much damage as possible to the other. And Yanu was getting bursted out, but Rizzo will be surviving the whole thing. But for how long? That is a question, because oh my god, Yanu with that OP save, that was just a beautiful play in general. And Unti is trying to deal some damage to Tanu for now, but Tanu will be going back, I believe, and Dr. J, since he's trying his best to do his part, but Tanu will get a hint of the whole thing, and he will be retreating. Intruder is getting... Oh god, look at the damage from Intruder, but Mifo will be taking out Seretti, but Seretti might survive this whole thing for now, and Seretti did end up surviving.
Whoa.
That is not good for Mifo right now, and that was the second time that Seretti did all of that. And Mifo is getting shoved into the turret by the heavy spin, and he will get taken out by Intruder. And with very low HP, Aesop was able to survive the whole thing. And with that being said, I think this is going to be an easy turtle for Pandora's box Cementi, considering the fact that they have secured 2 kills from the side of Gulf, and now it's going to be it's going to be fairly easy turtle from their part. And look at the damage coming out from the Cyclops. I can just imagine how much damage he will be dealing after 2 or 3 more minutes, and that's going to be devastating for the side of Gulf. And if you do look at the entire KDA ratio right now, it is just Mifo that gave out 2 of the kills, and Unti that gave out 1 of the kills. So overall, it's not looking too good for Gulf right now, because they have given out a lot of kills even before the 8th minute, so it's not looking too good for them. But oh my god, that was a good engage. But I think they should have held out for a bit longer, and they should have waited for the Akai to use this heavy spin first. And if they could have done that, it would have been a game over for Unti right now. But that amazing wall smash from that Moscow is going to cost Mifo another kill.
Oh my god.
And that being said, another kill has been secured in the bottom lane. Intruder is just trying to deal as much damage as possible. So I guess if Rizzo just sticks around in the bottom lane, they can be securing one of the tier 3s. And with that being said, Leslie is getting cornered, and Leslie will get taken out by Rizzo. And with that being said, Pandora's box Cementi, they will be securing the bottom lane without much of an issue. And in the top lane, it's just a normal 1v1. And if we do consider the whole thing about the top lane, I believe that Aesop has a lot of advantage because of his sustain, and trying to get taken out. Yanu with very low HP. Rizzo is playing more like a jungler at this point. because he is out there securing kills as much as possible, and Mifo is just camping for the time being, and Seretti might get targeted, but it is going to be Intruder that's going to get targeted, and Mifo missed the second skill dash, and I think he's going to get punished for that. And yep, Intruder is going to secure Mifo's kill as well. In the bottom lane, Tanu is locking onto the turret, and the turret is almost down, but I think it will stand for a bit longer, and Unti is going to get hit with another second skill from Maskov. So overall, it's looking phenomenally well for Pandora's box right now. Fair enough.
Yeah, and did you just notice that Thanu has switched his role with Intruder, and he is now actually doing the MM while Intruder is being the roamer, and also we can see that from the side of Cyclops, he is now the sorry, he is actually. What am I saying? I'm fumbling because of the gameplay that I just spectated, and Intruder and Tanu actually swapped their roles, and one is going in the marksman while other is going in the jungle. And if we look at the lane cut that was done by Akai over there, that was pretty phenomenal. And in the meanwhile, from the side of Pandora's box, they were able to take down Yin and also Nick to file over there, and they are still going on with the lane cut. And I guess they would be locking onto Baloric at this point because they don't want to go. They don't want to make this game lengthier, and also we can see that Vixana was taken down by Aurora over there, and what a team play coming out from this Pandora's box. Dementi and Charizla was able to take down Bellaric over there, and also if we look at the rotation that is coming out from Aurora, that is completely phenomenal because every time Akai is using his heavy speed and every time Cyclops is actually using his ultimate, uh, uh, Aurora is actually supporting with the crowd control. So with all those setups, they are able to lead in all the team fights. And also, if we look at the overall situation, Pandora's box was able to secure 4 of the turrets already. And if we look at the goal difference, that's already 8k goal difference. So things are not looking good for Gulf at this point, and we can already see that Vixana used her ultimate, but they are going in for another team fight, and Marcus was taken down, and Valeric was taken down. And if we look at that fight between Cyclops versus Yin, Yin is unable to stand in front of him, and even though Moscow was taken down, but we can see that how aggressive they are going, and it's not even 10 minutes, and they have already secured 5 of the turrets. So things are actually not looking good for Gulf at this point, and they are going very phenomenally.
And Cementi will be during the Lord, not any competition whatsoever. That was a very good engage coming in from Ace. If we missed that, I'm extremely sorry that we had to miss that just to look at him getting bashed by Intruder. But at the same time, setup from the side of ASAP was just beautiful, Prana. Like, I have never seen a setup that good in the tournament yet.
Whoa.
But, ooh, what?
Whoa. What?
Mifa just got annihilated in the lane by Chill ASAP. So I'm getting punished for it. I believe that Yin was a very bad pick in this scenario. Where if we look at the entire thing, because Yin is rolling with a 172 KD, and that is actually not that good. And if we are talking about the Lord has already lost 80% of its HP,
What?
but it's still quite strong. Someone died. What is happening right now? I guess someone else is gonna die as well, but before that, the match might just end at this point, and everyone is just trying to deal with the damage as possible. With that being said, Derek is going to be taking 2 of the heroes from the side of Goof, and this is Jason's trying his best to defend as much as possible, but it's not a possibility anymore. With that being said, Goof just got wiped out, and they have lost the game officially. So with that being said, this was a phenomenal game from the side of Pandora's box Cementi, and to watch and observe another phenomenal match. We'll have to wait for a bit because the next match will be starting very soon. So till then, take care and be right back.
girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done now. I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done now. with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Everyone, and welcome to the last match of the night in MCCS Season 2. This is going to be between KOF Obsidian versus Pandora's Box Cementi. So, without further ado, we're going to go right into the draft phase. This is me, your caster Zine, along with
My mission
Prerna.
is to protect
Thank you,
lives.
Zain, for passing me the mic. And we are already in the drafting phase where we can see from the side of Obsidian, they have already banned Hylos, and we haven't seen Hylos getting picked today in any of the matches. So I kind of missed that gameplay of Hylos. What's your opinion, Zain?
Yep, banning out Hylos would be, a very normal decision at this point. But one thing we have to talk about for sure that Pandora's Box Cementi has been winning the last two matches, and if they can win this one, it will be their third win for the night. So I'm very excited to see what they will be doing for this particular match. But if we do look at the current state from the side of KOF Obsidian, they have decided to ban out that Hylos. From the side of Cementi, they have banned out that Garud Kasha. So from KOF Obsidian, the next ban that they do is going to be Zushin. So Zushin Hylos is getting banned from the side of Obsidian. So they have, I think they're focusing a bit on the meta and the mid lane in general, because both the roamer and the mid lane are going to be situated mainly in the mid lane. So maybe they are planning to pick some good mid laners, because if you ban out most of the good ones, you will be left with something that you can pick, obviously. So yeah, it's looking good for them right now. But on the other hand, for the side of Cementi, I think they will be banning out another XP laner, or most probably something meta, like, yeah, I was supposed to say Ling, but yeah, Hayabusa is gonna be banned here from the side of Cementi. So it's looking fairly alright for now from both the sides. Both the sides have gotten their fair share of bans, and it's nothing exceptional, honestly, Prerna, because these are some of the bans that we can expect normally. So yeah, most of the bans are being banned right now. So yeah, I have high hopes for this match. What about you?
I have so much of excitement left for this match because this is gonna be the last match of today. And in the previous two matches, we have some phenomenal gameplay from both the teams, and I am expecting something like that again. And we have seen how Pandora's Box Cementi plays Aurora, how phenomenally they played Aurora. So that's getting banned for sure. And Obsidians have studied a bit, I would say, because Pandora's Box Cementi has played well with Zushin as well. So they have banned these two heroes while keeping that in their mind. And if we talk about Pandora's Box Cementi, they are actually going for the meta heroes, I would say. And since there was a ban from Hayabusa, there might be a ban of Ling. There is still a possibility of Ling getting banned because we haven't seen Pandora's Box picking Ling that much, and they wouldn't wanna keep that thing open, I guess. But with that being said, they are banning on Ruby. So I think they might take Terizla. And from the side of Obsidians, let's see which hero they pick first. And they are hovering over Roger over there. Roger might be going in for the jungling phase at this point. And I guess this time they would be picking Terizla. And since Tanu played very well with the marksman in the previous match, I guess he should stick to that, because that was an absolute amazing gameplay coming out from Tanu as a marksman. But since he's a jungler, I don't know what he has in his sleeves at this point. So let's see which hero he actually picks. But he actually gave up to Serity, and he has picked Zask. And we actually completely forgot about Zask getting banned in this match because we already saw two mages. So we weren't focusing on Zask that much, and Zask is getting picked. So we all know how much damage Zask can actually provide. And from the early game to the late game, he is a very phenomenal hero. And as I was saying, that from their side, they would be picking Terizla. In each and every matches, they have picked Terizla. So and we have seen very good Terizla gameplay from this player. So I am expecting another amazing match from this player. And from the other side, we can see that they have picked Chang'e and Xborg. So Terizla might have to face a very, very hard time while facing Xborg over there. And if we talk about Chang'e, that's my OG hero. That's my first hero that I used to play with. So I am hoping for another very exciting match where I would be rooting for Chang'e.
Yep, and the only thing Cementi needs right now is Lolita, and they'll be set for life. Honestly speaking, so yep. Yeah, I think we have a similar thought process. So yeah, Riza's gonna be taking out that Lolita. So now they're set against that Chang'e and any other marksman that they can possibly pick. So KOF Obsidian, they are gonna be having a bit of a tough time. But with that being said, Ling is gonna get banned. I'm still a bit unsure about why Ling had to be banned because yeah. But other than that, yeah, Hanabi getting banned, that's very normal because Hanabi and Lolita combo in the current meta has been going insane and it has been phenomenal, to be honest. So yeah, currently Cementi, they have their one last ban remaining, and hope to see I hope to see a gold laner getting banned in this segment, and most possibly an Ixia or a Melissa, but they are going to be banning out that chip as their last ban for the second phase. And from the side of KO Obsidian, they have that one last ban remaining, and I'm very curious to see about what they will be banning in this segment because they have already banned out that Hanabi. Maybe they can ban out that Moscow, which Cementi has been using for the past two matches. That might be pretty good of an option, but we have to wait and see about what they will be deciding because for now, this looks like Cementi has the better pick if we do just consider the raw draft because Zask has been phenomenal in the entire tournament, and then we have Aesop playing the Terizla, which has been phenomenal in the tournament as well as the last match because in the last match it was just it was beautiful. And lastly, we're seeing Cyclops getting banned in the last segment. So overall, I believe both the teams have a very solid draft, but in the last segment, this is Tanu who has the pick right now. Maybe we can see a Moscow pick. I can see a big possibility of that happening. Prerna, what about you?
I think that as well. He would be going for the marksman. And if we look at the bans of Obsidian, they are actually going in for personal bans at this point because in the previous match we have seen a very good Cyclops gameplay as well and an Aurora gameplay too. So that was kind of expected. I was actually doing that mental math that Cyclops might get banned or there might be a roamer ban. And from the side of Intruder, now we can see he would be playing Ixia at this point. So we can see that Tanu and Intruder have went back to their OG roles once again. And from the side of Obsidian, let's see which two heroes they pick up because they have many options left as a marksman because we aren't seeing that much of marksman bans. So since there is an Ixia, they might go for Melissa or they might go for a Brody as well. I don't know yet, but let's see what type of hero they actually lock onto. And with that being said, we can see that they are hovering over Tigreal already, which provides a lot of crowd control. And Demon Queen is actually locking on for Melissa. And if we look at their overall picks at this point, they have crowd control, they have true damage, they have actually mobility as well, and things are looking very decent for them and balanced for them. What do you think, Zin?
Yeah, I do agree with you. And if we do consider the picks from both the sides, both the sides have their fair share of good picks. And if we do consider Datara, and he's gonna be playing that Tigreal once again, so it's looking fairly
3,000
good for them.
worlds,
But I have
and
to
not a
say that Pandora's
single
Box
worthy
Cementi, they have
foe.
the upper hand when we're considering the draft right now, because they have good damage dealers, they have good tanks, and they have a good finisher as well. So overall, I believe this game might go in favor of them once again, but we have to consider the fact that KOF Obsidian, they are a very good team and they have played phenomenally in their last matches as well. So overall, we cannot say anything for sure, but according to my speculation, the draft is heavily in favor of Pandora's Box Cementi. What about you?
I think that as well, because the amount of damage they have in their team, that is going to give them an upper hand. And since there is a Martis in the team, so in the early team fights, they would be having a good amount of damage. They would be having a lot of opportunities for them. And if we talk about Martis gameplay, he can actually be very, very helpful if the team fight actually goes into the early stage and if they try to end the game in the earlier stage. Because if the game actually goes to the later part, that might be a problematic situation for them. But let's see how they execute the match, because we can never actually predict what happens in the land of dawn, and things are looking very, very passive at this point, because it's just the beginning of the match and we can already see that there is a rotation in the mid lane by Chang'e and Tigreal. And from the side of Pandora's Box, they are also committing there and they might get taken out over there, and the first blood was secured by Chang'e over there. Slowly just threw herself too much and she was being punished for this, and already just before even 1 minute they were able to secure the first kill. So as I was saying, we cannot actually predict anything in MOBA games. And if we look at the top lane, Igborg and Terizla are having a issue over there, I guess, and Igborg is not looking in a very good condition, if you ask me. And in the bottom lane, we can see Tigreal is there to help Melissa. So let's see how they actually end up things in the bottom lane, because there is no initiation from Ixia itself. So wasting time in that lane wouldn't be that much of a wise decision, I think. And yeah, Tigreal was able to retreat from the situation, but a rotation is coming from the side of Pandora's Box Cementi, and I guess they would be securing to gold from the turret. And Melissa, since that's a Melissa, and that doll can do a lot of damage, and it can also provide a bit of CC over there. So things wouldn't be looking that much of advantageful for them, and the rotation might go for the turtle over there, because we can see the turtle would be spawning in less than a second, and Martis is already trying to commit on the turtle, and but Roger is still waiting in the bush. So that is gonna be a problem if they do not get the vision of Roger already, and we can see a fight might get broken out over there. But Martis was able to take this first turtle, and already we can see that there was an initiation on Tigreal and he was being taken down, and the chase is still going on. There might be a blue buff invasion, and a successful one, I guess. And yeah, they were successful in that. So if we talk about that particular team fight, I would say Pandora Box Cementi, they are showing that why they have that upper hand.
And they're playing phenomenally well, if you ask me. They're doing their part. And if we do consider the golden for the time being, it's in favor of Pandora's Box. They are rolling with the 8,000 in their net worth, while Obsidian is only rolling with 7.5k in their overall net worth. So currently, the snowball is in favor of Pandora's Box, but there it's not still set in stone, because we can see that it's a very normal situation on their part currently. But if we consider the overall factor, there might be another kill taken down from the side of Pandora's Box. They have secured another kill, and this is going to be a very good implosion from Datara, but he did not have anyone to back him up. So that being said, he will be able to survive with the help of Melissa. And Tao is level 7 already, where we can see that Roger is just barely level 5. So Asa will get taken out by Alim can retreat. So that was a very good play in the top lane. And in the bottom lane, another kill getting secured from the side of KOF Obsidian. They are not here to lose, and they are doing their best to deal as much damage as possible. But Tanu just overstayed, and he will be get shut down by that Melissa. But Melissa was taken out of the equation, and yeah, that was a good team fight, and it did go in favor of KOF Obsidian to some extent because they were able to secure like two kills out of that, and Pandora's Box was only able to secure one. But Pandora's Box had to give away their jungler skill in return, so that was not the best of the trade. But you get what you get. You know, you have to adjust at times, and now the turtle is getting bursted out from the side of KOF Obsidian, but that is going to be Zaf who's going to melt everyone down. Zaf is going to secure Roger's kill. That being said, Tanu is going to secure Dieter's kill, and that was a very good ultimate from Alim Petritri, but he will be able to survive that barely. And that being said, Tanu is trying to take as much jungle creeps as possible from the side of KOF Obsidian, and that might be a bit problematic for them in the long run because the snowball will be going in favor. Oh my God! Demon Queen just shut down Intruder, and Intruder was doing pretty well in his lane, but now Demon Queen is gonna get a ton of gold from the shield, and that's gonna be better for her. And honestly, Tanu is already here, and Tanu will be securing the kill of Demon Queen. That was pretty expected if you asked me, but Demon Queen was playing phenomenally well in her lane for some time, and now in the bottom lane it's just Deidre, Seretti, and everyone else is there just trying to have a fight. And that was a very good implosion from Deidre, but it will not be that will not be that effective. And now Metsu is under pressure as well. Metsu will get taken out. Seretti taking a lot of damage, but he will be able to survive as well. And battle in tier 3 is going to go in favor of Penrose Menti. Alan Kentry is just bothering ASAP as much as he can. And if we talk about the other sides, it's looking fairly normal. But Penrose Box is already rolling with a 2,000 goal lead. So if it continues like this, it's going to be tough for KOF Obsidian to come back from this one, fair enough.
I think that as well. And if we look at the mid lane tier 3 turret from the side of Obsidian, they are actually facing a bit problem over here. They are facing pressure over here. And if we look at the top lane also, we can see that Xborg is dealing a lot of damage coming out from Terizla, and there is Martis, the turtle would be spawning in any second as well. So let's see if any type of fight breaks out before that, because we can already see there was almost a commitment from the side of Obsidian, but Tigreal was able to retrieve from the situation, and he tried his best to dash Lolita over there, but Lolita was able to retrieve from the situation, and they are currently working on the turtle from the side of Pandora's Box and Manti, but Xborg is there to disturb him, but he was not able to do so, and Martis was able to get the turtle, and there might be a fight going on in the purple buff of Obsidian, and Mega Kill was secured by Martis over there. Roger was taken down. Chang'e is dealing a lot of damage, and I guess the shield of Lolita would be helping her, and it did. She was able to retrieve from the situation, and if they just clear out this minion pressure, they would be taking out that turret as well, because they are a lot in number, and I guess Xborg might have to face a lot of problems if he does not retreat from the situation. And understanding the depth of the situation, he was able to retreat from the situation, but if you look at his health, he is in a very low HP. So things are looking kind of pressurized for KOF Obsidian, if you ask me, because they have already lost 2 of their turrets, and it's not even 10 minutes. And if we look at the top lane, they will be securing that tier 3 turret as well. So including that is just 3 of the turrets, and I guess they would be going for another turret, and they would be able to take the turret as well, because we can see the amount of damage coming out from minion pressure. That's an amazing implosion coming out from Tikria, but no use of that was not that of advantage, I would say, because Lolita was there to shield out the damage that came from Chang'e over there. So as I was saying, they might just take out that turret as well, because there is still aggressive poking going on. So let's see if any type of player gets down, if any player gets down from the situation. But proving us wrong, they are retreating from the situation, because that's the best decision, I would say, because in 10 seconds the Lord would be appearing, and from the side of KO Obsidian, since they are already lagging behind, they shouldn't be throwing themselves in any situation. And Xborg was taken down by Aegea over there, but I guess Terizla would be taken down, but being such a sustainable hero and being tanky hero, he was able to retreat from the situation. But Chang'e is dealing a lot of damage, so let's see if she is able to take care of Terizla, and she was able to do that. But an amazing ultimate coming out from Ixia over there, double kill secured by Zas. And we can see that already 3 players are down from the side of KOF Obsidian, so they should retreat from the situation because Zas would be taking the turret in any cost because he has that minion pressure, and Melissa is actually outnumbered there, and there wouldn't be any competition in the Lord, and Martis was able to take the Lord very easily. And if you ask me, things are actually in support of Pandora's Box Cementi. So if they actually continue this snowballing, they would be actually having an upper hand. And as I say, they have a Martis in the team, so they wouldn't be lengthening this match to the late games.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I do agree with you. And if we do look at the current situation, Rosebox might be able to finish it within the next 5 or 6 minutes because just look at how much gold they're leading with. They're already 7,000 goals ahead of KF Obsidian. But at the same time, the mid lane is under a lot of pressure, but it might get saved. But someone is here. Someone just tried to do a hero move and he was punished for it. But yeah, if we do look at the bottom lane, the Lord is marking along with the minions, and in the middle lane, a lot of minions are already on their way. Whoa, my goodness, that was an implosion from that Tigreal, but it's not gonna be enough. Demon Queen dealing a lot of damage, and she might get taken out by Aesop at the same time. That was a 2-for-1 trade, and Rizzo is under a lot of pressure. Tanu will be securing one of the kills, but Tanu is trying to go for another one. And oh my goodness, someone needs to stop Tanu because that entire fight was in favor of KOF Obsidian until the very last second when Tanu engaged, and now Tanu is just trying to go in and deal more damage, and this might be game over for them. And Tanu is under a lot of pressure, under a lot of tower pressure as well, but Tanu will be able to survive from that. But Rizzo is not gonna be able to survive from that, I believe. And yep, Rizzo will get taken away. But what was that implosion from the Tigreal? That was just phenomenally well done. But I think his team was a bit late to the party. But at the same time, we have to take into consideration that they are behind by almost 7,000 gold in the moment. So we cannot expect much from them from time to time. So that was good on their part. But they still need to do a lot of work on their end. And look at that, Deidre with an amazing implosion once again, but Intruder with that amazing positioning will be able to secure the kills and deal damage in the process. But we cannot see any minions at the moment. But 43 seconds after the current time frame, that Lord will be coming back, and this Lord will be a Celestial Lord. So it will be better if someone can take it as soon as possible, because with this Lord, there's a high chance that Penrose Box might be able to score the game in their favor. But we will have to take into consideration about the fact that KRF Obsidian, they do have a lot of AoE damage, so in team fights they have the advantage. But with the help of Rizzo's Lolita, they are suffering quite a bit. So because they had Changi in mind, I think banning out the Lolita would have been a better option for them, because Changi is basically a curse to his team right now because of Lolita. So currently looking at the stage, Tano is already there in the Lord's lane, and he will be taking out the Lord in at any moment right now. So yeah, overall, Perna, do you think KOF Obsidian have a chance at coming back into this game?
There is still a slight of chance left for them because they still have 2 of their inhibitors left. So if they hold on to this game, and if they are able to give a wipeout to Pandora's Box Semanti by any chance, they have a lot of opportunities left for them. Because if we look at the turrets of Pandora's Box Semanti, they are in a very low HP. So when there will be a wipeout, so they will have openings for pushing the turrets. So let's see if they are able to do that, because we can already see that they are trying their best to clear out the lanes, but from the side of Pandora's Box Cemented, they are trying their best as well. So they are clearing up the minion pressure, and also the Lord would be coming from the bottom lane, and I guess they are just using these players to poke and they are actually using this as a strategy to divert them from the Lord. And already we can see there is a chance of a fight breaking out in the mid lane because the players are all there and they are actually poking in the situation. But Melissa and Change is there to defend the Lord, and I guess they will easily just defend the Lord, or they may not, because Daska has just taken down Melissa over there, and a lot of damage is actually coming out from Xborg and Changi there. So the Lord was defended, but the minion pressure is there. India used her ultimate, and she is trying to lock the base, where we could see that Roger was been taken down by Martis, and they are going in for this base, but Changi was able to take down the kill of Lolita over there, even though they secured another kill, but the base